pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, and especially for my son, Roy Alvin Adams Jr. And today we're going to talk about how my boys ate 60 plus of these little things. That opened the bottle, that they ate more than 60, and Bandit was the instigator. So stay tuned. Hey friends and family. Today we're going to be talking about boys will be boys will be boys. You know I love my son dearly, 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 dearly. And I also love my two little puppies, my two little boys that have become such a wonderful part of our lives here, my husband and my life. Well, my little boys got in big, big, big trouble on Sunday night. We went out for dinner. My husband and I, we thought we'd have a little fun night out. Come back home, and guess what? My boys have become very, very adventurous. It reminded me of times when my son would be adventurous, but he was a pretty good little boy. I didn't have much time where I was thinking about, oh my goodness, you're just such a bad little kid. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with you. I didn't have too many days like that with my son, Roy. But I'm having days like that with my two puppies, Harley and Bandit. They went awry. We come back home, we look, and we see this bottle of dog medicine. You know, we all get old, and my puppies are like 6 years old, and last time I was at the vet, they said, well, give them some of that glucosamine granditin stuff. So I did. I bought them some treats that were glucosamine granditin, but I guess they taste pretty good. Unfortunately, I had left a chair in the middle of the floor, and then there was a bar stool next to the counter. So I'm guessing that my adventurous little boy, Bandit, jumped on the chair, jumped on the bar stool, and then jumped on the counter. And while he was up there, I'm thinking that Harley probably was egging him on. Okay, now, Bandit, get the treats. You know, I want some too. So a Bandit did what Harley suggested. Somehow he got the treats on the floor. And apparently he got back on the floor too. And I'm trying to figure out, how did he do that? Did he jump on the chair, jump on the bar stool? Then he jumped, did he fall in the sink? Whatever, however he maneuvered it, he was able to create a great big old mess for me, for him, and for Harley. I had to call poison control. We had to induce vomit. We had to just literally be vets on the fly. And thankfully, they're okay. We took them to the vet yesterday, and $100 later, they said, you know, they'll be fine. But I wanted to share with all you parents and friends out there who have little boys that boys will be boys, and you have to love them when they do right and love them when they do wrong. And then my son told me, you know what he told me? He said, Mom, you need to train them. I said, okay. What do you think I've been doing all these years? I've been trying to train them. I said, nevertheless, they are my boys, and boys will be boys, and I'm going to love them just the way they are.
Noel's words. Boys will be boys until they learn how to be men. Roy and I would walk home from school as kids. We walked with the other kids from our block. He was in kindergarten and I was in 7th grade. He was very independent, even at 5. In the beginning, when we first started walking back and forth to school, he would hold my hand. Well, a few months into us walking to and from school, he expressed to our parents he didn't want to hold my hand anymore, so they told him he didn't have to hold my hand when walking on the sidewalk. He could walk ahead, wait at the corner until I got there, and we would hold hands and cross the street together. Those were the conditions. I was okay with the arrangements. He was 5. So one day we were walking home from school, and he was in front of my friends and I. He was supposed to stop at the corner, but instead he crossed a little side street and decided to wait standing on the railroad tracks. I noticed immediately he was standing on the tracks, so my friends and I started yelling at him to get off the tracks. He wasn't paying any attention, and by now we could hear a train coming, so my friend and I started running toward him. We were yelling and running at the same time. Thank God we were able to reach him, and I grabbed him and snatched him off the tracks. And then the train went by. I was mad and happy all at the same time. I immediately told him, I'm going to tell Mommy. He knew Mommy didn't play. As soon as I got home and called her at work, I told her. Yes, he knew he was going to get it. I felt bad that he was going to get a whooping, but I had to tell because he needed to know it was serious and that it was dangerous. See, my parents taught us to be honest, to be responsible, and to be accountable, and most of all, to hold each other accountable. That's what I did, but my mom didn't know. I also took toilet tissue off the roll and patted his butt with extra tissue so the whooping wouldn't hurt so bad. The moral of the story is, boys will be boys, and they all need to be supported through the growing pains, so one day they make great men.